Hello friends, and we're back with another video for you to see, and I do apologise for being away for so long. Obviously in my last video with the Erin Conjun planner I did say that I hadn't been feeling too great, my throat was away. That basically turned into a full-blown cold. I basically worked 80 hours in 1 week, 12-hour shifts, so I had no voice, I was exhausted, and I've just been giving myself time to recover from that. I've had 6 days off. So here I am to do a very exciting video on our new brand that we have picked for Pixie and Roxy. Now I've done research, I've looked online, I've read, basically looked for everything, and I have picked one of the top 10 brands in the UK. Now, first of all, I am sad to leave Lily's Kitchen. You all know how much I love Lily's Kitchen and how good it was for the tear stains, everything like that. But unfortunately, I'm not the one that's eaten it. And I think Pixie and Roxy had just decided that they've had this for a year, they've had enough, they want to try something new, different flavours. So they have gave up on Lily's Kitchen, which I'm very sad about. I absolutely love Lily's Kitchen, and I know a lot of you have looked into Lily's Kitchen and have even tried Lily's Kitchen since watching our videos, and you know, stick with it. It is a great brand. I don't have anything against the brand whatsoever. And the only really thing is that my dogs went off it, which is very sad for me. But we have a new brand. Okay, so I emailed the brand that we are going with just to see if I could get some free samples before trying the new food with the big bags, because obviously I've already wasted with Lily's Kitchen because they're not eating that food. I've wasted basically like £80 worth of stuff, and I'd only used it for a week. And they very kindly sent me out some samples. I basically told them my story, my frustrations, what the dogs are like eating, the fact that they've had wet meat in their food for over a year now, and I'm wanting to just get them back onto dry foods. I want to stay away from wet food altogether. So they very kindly sent me some free samples. So our free samples came in last week, and well, about a week and a half ago really, and we tried the free samples, and it came in this wee envelope here, which I think is very cute. Now we went with Barking Heads. Thought I would tell you that before I even show you anything. So we went with Barking Heads. It's one of the top 10 brands in the UK. Very healthy, all natural. You can get grain free. You get different size of biscuits, which is really, really good. So it came in this envelope here, and the samples, we got 4 packet samples with this, and along with that we got, you know, 20% off if you call to make your order. We got just a wee with compliments to Claire with kind regards Dawn, and it was Dawn who I was speaking to in the email, so thanks very much Dawn for sending those samples out. We got the Barking Heads, basically their ingredients, like it's a wee book about them and what food they have, what wet meat they have, treats and everything. So basically their whole product range. So we have that. And then they also do a biscuit size called Tiny Paws. Now this is the one that we quite like, so we're looking to go with this one. It is a smaller biscuit for obviously smaller dogs. Still goes within their weight range, which is good, so I can still use it. And it's smaller biscuits to chew. Pixie, you're sitting on my sample bags. It's pretty good for Roxy to chew because she's the one that struggles. So they've gave me some information about the small brand and the weight meat that you can have with that, so that's good also. And then just like wee 20% off. Now we did try The sample packs that they gave me 2 tiny paws and 2 normal. So the tiny paws went down a treat, and the good thing about this brand is that they do duck. So the duck came in the adult size, and it also came in the tiny paws quackers. It's called quackers. I find that quite hilarious actually. And I'm sorry if the sun's in my eyes, it's very sunny today. I've had to shut my blinds. But the tiny paws we gave to Roxy, and the normal sized ones we gave to Pixie. This is the bags here. We've obviously used them and opened them. I can still smell them. I've kept the wrapping so I can show you guys. Now that went down without even a second look, like they just scoffed it. They went down really well, and they absolutely love duck, and they've not had duck for some time now, so it's really good that they can have the duck flavour. And it's small breed, grain-free duck and trout, and it is 50% duck and trout, low carb energy, and it's got sweet potatoes, peas and lentils in it. And it is all very healthy and natural. Dried duck, sweet potato, deboned duck, deboned trout, potato, lentils, duck fat. And again, the fat is what I was looking for, because you need to have the fat that's got the actual meat in it. Like if you get a product with animal fat in it, that's not really good, because you don't know what fat is actually in the product. So it's a bit kind of like we tend to stay away from that. So these 2 went down, you know, without hitting the size really. I would say the smaller biscuit is better for them than the bigger biscuit so far. We did get the sample packs of the Tiny Paws Tender Loving Care and the normal size Tender Loving Care. But because we tried the duck, I went straight out and I bought a bag. Although we couldn't get duck in store in Pets at Home, we decided to just get the Tender Loving Care because it's gentle for digestion. So I thought that would be a good kind of flavour to start off on, because we're changing from one brand to the other. Sorry about that guys, I had to basically rearrange myself there because I was getting blinded by the sunlight and I couldn't concentrate. So where was I? Yes, the Tender Loving Care I thought would be a better bag to start off with, just because we were changing over from Lily's Kitchen. I know everybody says you should basically transition them onto the new brand, but I decided to take the bull by the horn and just go from one brand straight onto another, which is why I felt more comfortable with the Tender Loving Care to start off with. I did run the risk of having the girls have an upset stomach with trying the new brand, going straight from one to the other, but I thought if I start adding this new food into their wet food that they're not eating anyway, then they're not going to eat this new food. So I thought it'd be better just like cutting it all off and just start fresh on the new brand. And do you know what? They absolutely loved it to start off with. They were like, oh, what is this? They were eating dry food. It's the first time I've seen them eat a dry meal in like over a year. You know, that is like exciting for us, because there was no wet meat, there was no nothing, and that was it. So I still have these bags unopened. This is this is the normal size, and then this is the Tiny Paws. So I'm going to keep these 2 as an emergency. But what I did do was I did buy, and this is an empty bag because I have it in a tin, but this is the Barking Head Tiny Paws Tender Loving Care for gentle digestion, and it's small breed adult chicken, complete dog food, whether they enjoy a chicken dinner or have a sensitive tummy, loose stools or flatulence. A little bit of TLC will definitely help. So it's 50% chicken, it's gluten free, seriously yummy for toy and small breeds, and gentle for digestion. And then it's basically got all the ingredients on the back. So it's got chicken, chicken fat, brown rice, sweet potato. Now this isn't the grain free one. It's got brown rice, sweet potato, oats, white rice, trout, sunflower oil and seaweed, carrots. It has also got the measurements on the back, so it goes from 1 to 10 kilograms, so you can have up to 10 kilograms on this. Just obviously it's a smaller biscuit, which is really good. And you know, it's got a wee bit about the brand on the back as well, which is really good, and it's all natural ingredients. So this is a 1.5 kilogram bag. This bag came in at about, I think it was £11, and that lasted us just over a week, really. So I had just obviously bought a new bag, and I've decanted it into our tin, which I'll show you guys in a minute. The other flavour, I thought I would try other flavours, so I was kind of experimenting. So I thought I would buy a small biscuit, and I thought I would buy the bigger biscuit just to see how they go on and how they manage. Plus they only had the tiny paws in this flavour anyway, so I decided to buy the normal size biscuit in the lamb, because they can have dry lamb. It was just a wet meat lamb they weren't really that kind of keen on, and it upset them. So this one is called Bad Hair Day, which I think is hilarious, by the way. And this is a natural food for adult dogs, a delicious and nutritious adult lamb complete dog food which you'll simply love, specially formulated for all dogs, especially ones who are looking for that little bit of extra Saturday night pizzazz. Ooh. This has 51% lamb. 51%? Why not 50%? I don't know. 51%, that's a very random percent. It's for skin and coat care, seriously yummy. It helps hips and joint care, and it's also gluten free. Again, this is not grain free. I do want to get them onto the grain free brands, the grain free food. And again, it's got all the ingredients in the back, and this one does 5 kilograms to 40 kilograms. And again, this is I think this is a 2 kilogram bag. Yes, this is a 2 kilogram bag, so it is slightly more in the bag. The only thing is, it's a bigger biscuit, really. Just let me see if you can see in here. Now, I love these bags because, see, as soon as you cut the top off, it's got this wee kind of Velcro seal that you can seal them shut. It's like amazing. I love that. So I don't know if you can see, but there is the, I don't know if you can see without it rolling out my hand, but that is the, that is the bigger biscuit there. It is quite a good size, and it's quite round. And then the smaller biscuit, the tiny paws, I'll do catch-up videos in this so you can see how the dogs are getting on, so you'll be able to see the size of the biscuits better. But if you can see that there, you know, these are the tiny paws and that is the adult, so there is quite a big difference in the size of biscuits there. But these are the lamb, and they do enjoy these. It's a different flavour for them, but Roxy struggles with the size of biscuit. Like, she'll pick it up, roll it about her mouth, spit it out, play with it, and then leave it. And it's like, right, well, come on. Whereas Pixie, she's kind of okay. She's good at eating her food, which is really good. I was going to have her finish up on the Lily's Kitchen first before moving on to this brand, but I thought if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to put the two girls on it straight away. And we managed to sell our Lily's Kitchen to my auntie's dog, Daisy, who is a Chorky, so she got the rest of that food, which was really good. So that is the lamb, that bag there, and then that is the tender loving care. This is the size of biscuit that we are going to go for. I do need to make an order. I'm going to wait till the 28th to make my order, which is usually when I make every order of food. And I'm going to get 4 bags. I think 4 bags will do the month, really. If not, then I can just go to the local Pets at Home store and just pick up a bag of, you know, the chicken, which is really good. It just means that we don't need to order it online if I run short. Now, what I've been doing for the girls is we have tried the dry, which they got on fine with to start off, but then they started getting that wee bit fussy way, and I'm like, oh goodness, here we go again, back to square one, need to pick something different. As the company said, you can add water. If you add hot water to the food, then it basically soaks the food and it brings out the flavour of the food. and it makes it a wee bit more softer for them to eat, and you're not having to add white meat into it. So we started doing that, and the girls absolutely love it. Like, they're waiting at the kitchen door, smelling the food, licking their lips, waiting, and they get so excited when I put the bowls down. Roxy still has a bit of her breakfast left. I think she's just more of a I'll eat on my own time type dog. I think I'm being too fussy about, oh, they're not eating their dinner, they're not eating this, they're not eating that. But she will go to it. If I had wet meat in it, I wouldn't be able to leave it out for any length of time, but because I've got water in it and it's soaked, I'm going to have to get rid of it at some point this morning. It still is quite early on in the morning, but if she doesn't eat it by, say, 11 o'clock or something, then I'm going to take it away because it's just going to be drying out in there. Dinner time, they absolutely scoff. Like, they don't even look twice at their dinner. They eat it like it goes down without hitting the sides. I have been adding some calming herbs to the food, which is also really good, which is this stuff here. We got that in our Pet Nature box, the Zen Dog herbs, and it basically helps relax and relieves anxiety. And I do that with Roxy mainly because she is quite an anxious dog. She hates loud noises, and I wish I had actually opened it up fireworks night, but I didn't. But I've started using it now, and it is really good. I do see a difference, plus it's healthy for them as well. Anyway, I'm rambling on, so let's just get on with the rest of this video. Okay, so the only thing I have really kept from Lily's kitchen is a couple of the treats and the advent calendar that we bought for the dogs. Their Christmas dinner is away. They're not going to have the Lily's Kitchen Christmas dinner because, again, that's going back onto wet meat, and I'm staying away from that completely. Not for a certain reason, just for kind of my own personal choice. You know, it's probably more healthier for the dogs to stay on to dry food if they can, and it's better for their teeth as well. So this is what I'm doing just now. I did keep the Lily's Kitchen tin because I love it and I couldn't get rid of it. So what I have done is the bag that we used for the tiny paws, I have cut the top off, and it just sits in here quite nice, so the tin's not going to get kind of coated in the kind of biscuit, whatever's on the biscuit, it's not going to get coated on the tin, and it's not going to make my tin messy. So I basically have this in the tin. So this is what we have left. I've got about that much left, and I've got the remainder of what's in here left. I'll be making my order on Monday, and I've kept their scoop, so we still have the same scoop, and they still get a half a scoop. It does look a lot because it is smaller biscuit, but that is really their kind of recommended amount, like, per meal. So they get fed twice a day still. And can I help you? Are you hungry? Your breakfast is still in your bowl. Now, if I give you a couple of these and you eat them dry, I swear to goodness. And there she's eating them dry. Honest, I have such a fussy Shih Tzu. She'll not eat them in the bowl. Has anybody got a Shih Tzu that is so fussy that it'll eat off the floor but not eat in the bowl? Because she sits at the bowl, she's just scoffed them. Unreal. But does anybody put their food on the floor for their Shih Tzu because they don't eat in the bowl? I'd like to know if anybody has that problem, because she sits and waits for me to empty the food out of the bowl onto the floor. Okay, so that is what we have left in the barking cage so far. So that was just a kind of quick, this is the new food that we're on. Well, it's not really quick, this will probably end up being like a 20-minute video, but it's just to kind of let you see, because I know quite a lot of people have been asking what brand that we've been on, and I've not said anything, I've just waited for the video. And I wanted to see how the dogs would cope with it first before going ahead and doing this, because then it would have been a completely waste of time if it didn't agree with them, and I would have been back to square one doing another video for another brand. So they absolutely love the brand. I love the brand. I'm glad that they sent me out some free samples to try first, which was really good. I will be sticking to the smaller biscuits. Like I said, Roxy gets on better with that. And I will be making my order on Monday. Now, they do the small, I need to stop doing that. They do the small biscuit of the quackers, which is the duck, the bad hair day, which is the lamb, and the sensitive chicken. So it's just those 3 flavours that we're going to be sticking to, and I'm going to get 4 bags, so I'll probably end up getting 2 duck, 1 chicken, 1 lamb, just to try the small biscuit of the lamb. So I will do another video when we get that order in. I am going to do another video obviously and keep you guys updated on how the girls are getting on their new food. So we will keep you guys posted as well. You can see updates on social media. Instagram is probably the best one to get us on because we upload basically daily on that, and more than once a day on that, probably too much. But that's probably the best social media site to get us on for proper updates until we do another video. So thank you very much you guys for watching, and leave me a comment, let me know what you think, let me know if you've tried this brand, what you thought of this brand, and give us a thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, and we will see you guys later. Bye!